Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to University Malaya Toastmaster Club 385th meeting. I'm Zhi Jun, the presiding officer for today, and also the president of University Malaya Toastmaster Club. To join this meeting, fellow audience are encouraged to open your camera to engage with the audience. And second, kindly be muted when you are not speaking and only open your mic when it's your time to speak. And third, if you have any inquiries or have any question, you may drop down any question in the chat box. Or also when you are given the time to speak. For timer, you may raise your hand at the control button there when you are timing so that to let the speakers see your timing signal. And with that, I will call this meeting a start. The meeting for today is National Day. As you know, our Malaysia 67 National Day has been passed 2 days ago. It's a day of reflection, a day of unity, and a day of pride. It's a day where we honor the sacrifice of those who came before us, the strength of our diversity, and the resilience of our spirit. And we stand here under the same skies that we witness our journey from a young nation to a trillion beacon of hope and progress. 67 years ago, our leaders, Tunku Abdul Rahman and his team, worked very hard to help us to get the independence control from the British government, and that finally we can enjoy our independence and our freedom now. This year theme, Jiwa Merdeka, reminds us the importance of having the spirit of appreciating our country's independence. It's a call to each one of us to continue building the Malaysia as we dream of. A Malaysia that's prosperous, inclusive, and united. As we march forward the future, let us do so with the same spirit of determination that has brought us here. Let us continue to uphold the values that make us proud to call ourselves Malaysians. And let us remember that the true strength of our nation lies in our unity. Malaysia Madani, Jiwa Merdeka. In this meeting, I would like to appreciate our Division W Director, Toastmaster Chin Jun Hong, Visionary Communication Level 5, for helping us in charge of our Expo installation for the term 2024-2025. Without further ado, I would like to pass the control to our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Koon Yeat, Presentation Mastery Level 1. Toastmaster Koon Yeat, the stage is yours.
For you all now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for the technical issues. I am the Toastmaster of the evening of the today meetings, Koon Yeat. So before we start our meeting, I have a brief history about our Toastmaster International. Our founder of Toastmaster International is Dr. Rafford Smedley, who founded Toastmaster International in 1924, which is located in YMCA, Santa Ana, California, United States. So, today, there is more than 282,000 members around 144 countries. Besides that, for our UN Toastmasters, our UN Toastmasters was chartered officially in 2007, which our first meeting was located in the Dewan Persidangan Faculty of Language and Linguistics in 2007 with the help of Ming Toastmaster and myself Toastmasters. So, today, our sessions will be a little bit special Instead of table topic sessions, we will have an installation of our new-term club officers and prepared speech who give our members prepared speech with their specific objective attended to their pathway. And the last session will be the evaluation, which the speaker will receive a constructive feedback of their prepared speech by the evaluators. Now, may I invite some of our role players to introduce their roles? First of all, I would like to invite our grammarian, Yumin, to introduce the role of as a grammarian.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Good. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Koon Yeat, for the kind introduction. So, as a grammarian, so my job is to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is altruism. Okay, altruism, which is quite an interesting word. Its own right. Now, allow me to give you the meaning of the word. Hold on a sec. I need to get through it. Hold on. So the meaning is to imbue. Wait. Sorry about this. Forgive me for the delay. Okay. The definition is as follows: disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others. Essentially, it means that you put others before yourself. That is the meaning of altruism. An example sentence would be: some may choose to work with vulnerable elderly people out of altruism. And the second example, which I give for free, is donation is a form of altruism as well. So if you donate money, you're giving money away. It's basically you're caring about other people before yourself. And it's also opposite meaning of the word selfish. Uh, each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, and I will give the grammarian report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you so much, and back to you, Toastmaster Evening.
Thank you, grammarian Ming. Now, let's invite our R counter, Joshua, to introduce his role.
Thank you to our Toastmasters of the evening, Koon Yeat. Good evening, everyone. I am the R counter for tonight's meeting. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as I, or this means, this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used for the expressions mentioned previously. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, our R counters. Let's invite our timer for Jean for introduce her role.
Hello everyone, I'm Jane, so I'm the timer for the day. And as a timer, I will time all the sessions for today, including speeches and evaluations. And I will alert the time left using green, yellow, and red background. And back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, our timer, Jane. May I invite our GE General Evaluator Zhi Jun to introduce her role?
Good evening, everyone. As a general evaluator, I in charge in oversees the flow of the meeting and provide feedback towards my evaluation team, such as the evaluators, and also the tech team, such as Grammarian, Accounter, Timer. After that, I will provide a constructive report in terms of the class atmosphere, class flow, and etc. Okay.
Thank you, our G. And that's all for our role players. So let us begin our today's meeting. Our today's meeting will begin with the installation of our new club officers. Let's invite our installation officer, Zhi Jun, to take over the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. All right, may I have first? I would like to have the outgoing club officers. You all have been outgoing, but it's from last term to say hi to everyone because I am here to discharge you before installing them. So, yeah, you are discharged from all further duties and responsibilities as officers of University Malaya Toastmasters Club. And on behalf of District 51, I'd like to say thank you for your service and dedication for serving the Toastmasters community. Now we shall proceed with the installation ceremony, whereby I'm here to install the officers of University Malaya Toastmasters Club and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this club strong, dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to speak in an effective manner, listen with sensitivity, and think creatively. I will ask each officer to hold their right hand up as a pledge, as this is a virtual platform. We do not have a gavel. If you are convenient, you may probably switch on your phone to search for a gavel picture if you would like to, and hold it on your left hand while having your right hand up. As I briefly describe the challenges they must meet and the responsibilities they must fulfill. And for club officers, upon hearing this sentence, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Please answer to me, yes, I will. Not yes, I do, because I'm not proposing to all of you. All right? Now, let's begin with the Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster T. Sherru. As Sergeant at Arms, you keep track of the club's physical property, such as the banner, lectern, timing device, and other meeting materials. You arrive early to prepare the meeting place for members and stay late to stow all the club's equipment. You are also in charge of the meeting place itself, obtaining a new space when necessary. For example, when booking and then suddenly something goes wrong, you have to find another space, and maintaining contact with the people who allow you to use the space for your club meetings. The Sergeant at Arms also has a role to play during business meetings, speech contests, and other special club events. For example, the Sergeant at Arms escorts potential new members outside of the club's meeting place while the members vote on admitting them to the club. The Sergeant at Arms stands at the door while contestants compete in each speech contest to ensure that the speaker is not interrupted by latecomers. Toastmaster T. Sherru, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
Thank you, T. Sherru. Now let's move on to our treasurer. Toastmaster Iman Sofea binti Zulkifli. As treasurer, you are the club's accountant. You manage the club's bank account, writing checks as approved by the club executive committee, and depositing membership dues, payments, and other club revenues. You are also in charge of submitting membership dues payments to World Headquarters, accompanied by the names of renewing members, filing necessary tax documents, if there's any, and keeping timely, accurate, up-to-date financial records for the club. Toastmaster Iman Sofea, Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Now let's move on to the secretary. Toastmaster Koon Yeat. As secretary, you maintain all club records, manage club files, handle club correspondence, such as emails, mails, and take minutes at each club and executive club committee meeting. You are also in charge of updating and distributing a roster of the current paid membership and keeping the club officers list current for Toastmasters International. Toastmaster Koon Yeat, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Now let's move on to the Vice President Public Relations. Toastmaster Wong Yi-chin, aka Jane. As Vice President Public Relations, you promote the club to the local community and notify the media about the club's existence and the benefits it provides. You promote the club, update web content, and safeguard the Toastmasters brand identity. It is your job to notify the media whenever your club does something newsworthy. As Vice President Public Relations, you will find yourself writing news releases, creating and distributing flyers, most likely e-flyers because you're going green, and maintaining the club's presence on the web and in the community. Toastmaster Jane, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you, Jane. Next up, we shall move on to our Vice President membership. Is Umi here with us?
She said, I will press on.
If she's not here, then I'll just move on to the VPE, then the president. All right, thank you. Now we are going to the Vice President Education. Toastmaster Alvin Chan Kai-Sing. As Vice President Education, you schedule member speeches, verify the completion of projects, and serve as a resource for questions about the education program, speech contest, and your club mentor program. You are an important source of Toastmasters knowledge for the club members, and it is your job to become familiar with all aspects of the Toastmasters education program. Toastmaster Alvin, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Now, let's move on to our president, Toastmaster Zhi Jun. Having been elected the club president of University Malaya Toastmasters Club, you are its chief executive officer, CEO, and are expected to preside at all club meetings and at all regular and special meetings of your executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It is also your challenge to see that your club helps the area W1, Division W, District 51, and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Please accept the gavel as a symbol of your leadership and dedication to office. The gavel is a symbol of power and authority given to you by the membership of this club. Use it wisely and with restraint. You are a member of your team as well as leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It is an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone is proud. Will you, as club president, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. It is now my pleasure to declare these Toastmasters installed into the offices to which they have been elected. Now, I would like to invite everyone members of this club to hold a pledge, like right hand up. Okay. The growth and development of the Toastmasters program in University Malaya Toastmasters Club depends largely upon the actions of this group. On your honor, as members of Toastmasters, do you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, live with it, and work with it throughout the coming year? We will.
We will.
We will.
Yes, we will.
Thank you. All right, you may have your seat and hands down. All right, so I shall conclude this installation ceremony by inviting the president to give a 2 to 3 minutes of acceptance speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Zhi Jun.
Good evening, everyone. As a president, I will accept the challenge to bring the club to achieve what we aim. For example, this year, what the critical thing we aim for is the membership. As you know that members are leaving, as a university club members come and leave after their graduation, and is unavoidable for our club as us. So we will try our best to make this University Malaya Toastmaster Club to a higher level and a professional public speaking club. And I will need every member's help to lend your hand and to help make this club a better club. Thank you, everyone.
Right. Thank you, Toastmaster Zhi Jun, for your acceptance speech. I shall now pass the control back to the Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Koon Yeat, to conduct the rest of the session. Over to you, Koon Yeat.
Thank you, Installation Officer Jefri. Now, we may have our photo sessions. May I have SAA Audio Master to take a photo?
Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Hi, everyone. Wow, Ikhtifar with the logo, very jealous of you. Okay. Your face first, not the logo, I think. Logo later on. In 3, 2, formal 1, 3, 2, 1. Alright, one more, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a candid which Ikhtifar can now show the logo. Alright, guys, in 3, 2, 1, freestyle. What's your home doing? In 3, 2, 1, freestyle number 2. And that concludes the photo session. Thanks. Back to Koon Yeat.
Thank you, Ming. Now, we shall have a break sessions for 5 minutes. After our break session, we have our prepared speech sessions and our evaluation sessions. So, our meeting will resume at 8:30. Hi everyone. We will back to our meeting. Now, we are going to our prepared speech session. Prepared speech sessions, the speakers will going through the 11 pathway that attended by the Toastmaster Internationals with 5 core competencies, which is public speaking, interpersonal communications, strategic leadership, management, and confidence. Each speaker will prepare well for their speech to present during the meeting. Now, let us invite our first speaker, Rizmi, who will doing his level 1 project, writing a speech with purpose. His speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. During 5 minutes, it will have a green light. 6 minutes will have a yellow light. and 7 minutes will have a red light. May I invite his evaluators, Ikhtifar, to read out the purpose statement?
Hi everyone, hi Rizmi. I hope that you are doing well and you're prepared for the speech. So, the purpose of this speech is to learn and or to review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and also to present a well-organized speech on any topic that you choose. Back to you, Koon Yeat.
Okay. Thank you, Ikhtifar. Now, let us invite Rizmi. Rizmi, with his title, My Internship Journey. My Internship Journey, Rizmi. The stage is yours.
Koon Yeat, can we give Rizmi a mic and video test? He's traveling.
Sure.
Just make sure it sounds okay.
Sure. Rizmi, can you have an audio chat?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether you can see me, yeah, because
I can't see you though. Yeah. Never mind, it's okay.
all right.
I'll ignore your body gestures.
How about now? Yeah, it's a bit dark in here, so it's, yeah.
Yeah, it's dark. Never mind. I just evaluate you with the speech. Now it's better.
All right. Okay. All right. So can I begin now?
Yeah, sure. You can begin.
All right. So thanks, Toastmaster Koon Yeat. All right. So I've actually I was in Penang for the past 3 or 4 days. So yeah, I've been crafting my speech every now and then. So I'm just gonna try my best. So hello and hi everyone. As you know, my name is Rizmi, and I'm gonna speak on my internship journey for the past 2 months at Maxis. So before I begin, I just want to say that my internship overall is actually for 3 months. So I will be ending in 1 more month, which is at the end of September. To be specific, 27th of So for the past 2 months that I've been here, I have had a very positive, I would say mostly a positive experience at Maxis. And I'm going to begin by introducing what Maxis does. So Maxis is basically a telecommunications company in Malaysia that provides telecommunications services. So its main business would be the data business. So for example, if you have a subscription to a postpaid or a prepaid plan, that is Maxis's main business, and its secondary business would be other stuff, for example the Wi-Fi solution. If you have a Wi-Fi subscription at home, yeah, that's their
confidence.
Side business,
Each
basically
speaker
the
will
secondary
prepare
business,
well for their speech
core business, yeah.
to present during the meeting.
So
Now,
so first of all, I'm going to speak about the
our first speaker,
diversity at
Rizmi,
Maxis.
who will
So for me,
doing
right,
his level 1 project,
one of the most
writing a
important
speech
aspects when
with
I'm
purpose.
trying to do an
His
intern
speech
or
will
work somewhere is that I'm
be
hoping
5
to
to 7
have
minutes. During 5
hopefully
minutes,
a diverse
you will
work
have
culture,
a
because I think that it brings
green
a lot of
light. 6
different
minutes,
kinds of
you have a yellow
perspectives
light,
that are unique
and
into the
7
team.
minutes,
So
you have a red light.
what I find at Maxis is that is highly available in a lot of the teams that are in Maxis. So for example, I am in the network team. So at the network team, what they do is that they are involved with the back end
Prepared for the speech. So the purpose of this speech is to learn
network
and
solution.
or to
The
review
front end and
basic
the back
methods
end.
for
The front end
writing a
is more
speech
towards
with a
the
defined
customer side, and the
purpose,
back end is more
and
towards
also to present a well-organized speech on any topic that you choose.
the
Back
establishment.
to you.
And there's enough. I believe that my team has a good blend and proportion of people from different races, backgrounds, different ages. So it's sort of interesting to interact with them and get to know about
now let's invite
their way of working
with his
and
title,
their
My Internship
different
Journey.
ways of doing work
My
at Maxis.
internship
I sort of
journey,
believe that it brings a
the
good
stage is yours.
Koon Yeat, can we give
teamwork
Rizmi a
overall.
mic and video test? He's
And
traveling. Just make
besides
sure
that, in
sounds
terms of
okay.
the work I do,
Sure. Rizmi, can you have an audio chat?
so at Maxis, there's different kinds of
Yeah, can you hear me?
if you're looking to do an internship there, if anyone is looking to do an internship, there's like different kinds of
I'm not sure.
roles that are available. So I have
I can't see you.
a lot of friends who are
Yeah.
also from UM
Never
who
mind,
are
it's okay.
doing their
Ignore
roles
your
in
body
like
gestures.
the business sector and then the enterprise sector. And then there's also people who are studying computer science and they're now doing like a
Never mind,
1-year
never mind.
internship in the
I'll
IT
just
sector.
evaluate you with the speech.
And
now it's better.
alright. So like in terms of internship opportunities, I believe that there's a lot available, but it depends on what you're trying to seek for. So for example, if you are an engineering major or you're a business major, there's an opportunity for anyone to like explore based on the background that they're in.
I was in Penang for the past 3 or 4 days, so yeah, I've been
for a
crafting
lot
my
of
speech every now and then.
people
So
who
I'm just gonna try my best.
can
So hello and hi everyone.
according to what
Like I
as you
said,
know,
my name
currently
is
pursuing.
Rizmi, and
in
I'm gonna
terms of
speak
my
on
specific
my
role, like I said, it's
internship
work,
journey
but
for the past 2 months at Maxis.
sorry, wait. Yeah, and then moving
So
on. In terms of my role, because
before
like
I
I'm
begin,
doing
I
like a
just want to say
3-month
that my
internship, right?
internship overall is
So
actually
most
for
of the
3
projects
months.
at
So I
Maxis
will be ending
are
in
usually like they tend to eat up to 5
1
to
more
6
month,
months. So it's
which
not like
is
possible
at
to
the
work on a
end
major
of
project.
September.
To be
Specifically, 27.
we are as interns, we are usually given like sub projects, like working on a
For the
small part of
past
the
2 months
overall
that I've
project.
been here,
So even though like the
I
exposure
have
is
had
not
a very positive, I would say like mostly a positive experience at
because of
Maxis.
this, and I'm gonna begin by
relatively short time
introducing
frame.
what Maxis does. So Maxis
I
is
have
basically
like
a
learned
telecommunications
like, I believe at
company
the
in
basics
Malaysia
of
that
the technical
provides
work
of the project. So
telecommunications services.
so like its main
If you're looking to
business would
work
be
on
the
more like a major
data
project,
business. So for example, if you have like
you will probably
a
require
subscription
more
to like a postpaid or a prepaid
time.
plan.
So if you had like a
That is
6 months,
Maxis'
like if the
main
computer science
business
students
from
from UM, I believe that they have
secondary
like a
business
1
would be
month,
like other
1 year
stuff,
time
like
frame,
for
for
example
doing
the
Wi-Fi
internship. So
solution.
like that one would like if you have like
Allow them
a
to involve more wholly
Wi-Fi
into the
subscription at home
project
project
itself.
itself. So it depends on the internship
Side
period that
business,
you're
obviously.
having, the secondary
And
business.
last but not
Core
least, I
business,
would
yeah.
want to talk about the
So so first of all, I'm gonna speak about the
diversity at
like
Maxis.
so for me, right, one of the most important
what
aspects
Maxis
when
actually does
in terms of
trying to
like
like
available
do an
intern or
jobs,
work
I think
somewhere
that
is that I'm hoping to like have
but I just want to say that
hopefully like a diverse work culture because I think that it brings a lot of
solutions
different kinds
so
of
like
what it does
perspectives
is that
that are
it tends
unique
to
into the
import
team.
so like it tends to deal a lot with like other
what I
vendor
find at
companies,
Maxis
for
is
example,
that
Huawei,
is
Ericsson, and so on.
highly
And it
available
uses
in
these things
a lot of the
to
teams
create
that
a
are
converged
in
solution.
Maxis.
So
So
what
it
it provides
provides like
to a lot of the customers
I
in
am
Maxis.
in the
So like
network
it is
team.
more
So in the
towards
network team, what they do is
customer
that
oriented
they
company rather
involve
than they are involved with the back end
research
oriented
oriented
company. So if you're looking to
of the
do an
network
internship there,
solution.
I would there's the front end and the
believe
back
that
end. The front end is
that
more
would be like
towards
a
the
thing that you
customer
should
side, and the
consider
back end
highly
is more
in
towards
case you're more towards like a research person
like
compared to
the
a
person who wants to work
basically
closer to the
established
customers, right? Yeah. And like
So,
there's enough.
I think that's pretty
I
much
believe that my team has
my experience at Maxis.
like
Sorry
a
for
good
the
blend and proportion of like people from
yeah.
different races, backgrounds, different ages.
For
So it's sort of
the
interesting to like interact with them and get to know about
informality
because I have like a relatively short time to prepare it. But overall, I believe that
way
this
of
is
working
and their
my experience and my perspective
like,
of
different ways of
Maxis
doing work at Maxis. I sort of
I think
believe
that's
that
all
it
from me.
brings
I
a
think
good
going back to you.
like
Toastmaster
teamwork
Koon Yeat.
overall. Thanks.
And
Thank you, Rizmi, for sharing his journey, his internship journey in Maxis. Now, let's let us have our second speakers, Iman Sofea, who will doing her level 1 project, writing a speech with purpose. The speech will be 5 to 7 minutes, 5 minutes for green light, 6 minutes for yellow light, and 7 minutes for red light. I invite her evaluator, Ming for reading out the purpose statement.
Thank you, Koon Yeat. Hi, Iman. Your purpose is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Same as Rizmi. All the best to you. Back to Koon Yeat.
Thank you, Ming. Now, let's us invite Iman Sofea with her speech title, You Have Got Mail. You have got mail? Iman, Sofea, the stage is yours.
Okay, hi, can everybody hear me and see me? I would also like to share some slides if that's okay. So,
Yes.
hang on. Hmm. Is everyone able to see my slides?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start now. Um, Dear Toastmasters, it's a pleasure to be able to meet with you all again tonight, and a great honor to be able to present another speech. Before, I've given my icebreaker speech, and while I did talk a lot about my goals and aspirations, I didn't really talk about me personally as well as my interests. Now, I'm not that interesting of a person with unique hobbies, but something that I do like is collecting stamps. And you can't really see, but this is my stamp album. And in addition, although I mostly keep in touch with my friends through social media, I also enjoy sending them letters and postcards from time to time. It just feels a lot more romantic and sentimental. And because there's so much risk and uncertainty involved, it feels really nice when they're received safe and sound. While it's a nice hobby for me now, in the past, it was that difficult to communicate with one another. In the present, thankfully, it's a lot easier. And think about it for a moment, how amazing it is that we are all able to gather here today despite being in different locations. We can see each other's faces, hear each other's voices as if we are in the same room. Just look at how far we've developed our methods of communication. All we need is an invitation link that can be received as quickly as it is sent. The need for communication is just as important in the past as it is now. And so as we sit in front of our screens today and talk to each other in real time, let's take a look at how people fulfilled this need in the past. Dear Toastmasters, I present to you my speech today. You've got mail. Postal systems throughout the ages. Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. The very first record we have of a postal system dates way back to 2400 BC in Egypt. The oldest piece of mail we have is also from Egypt, found at Oxyrhynchus, which is known today as Al-Bahnasa. Back then, there were couriers tasked with delivering the decrees of pharaohs throughout the land. This service is also believed to have been used for things like taxes and to stay informed about the states of surrounding empires at the time. A more advanced relay system where messages would be passed from one courier to another is thought to have originated from China during the Zhou dynasty. And the most advanced system back in ancient times belonged to the Roman Empire, known as the cursus publicus, meaning the public way. Now, in the Middle Ages, international commerce began to grow, and so businesses needed a way to communicate with buyers. So they created their own messenger systems to maintain correspondence between them and customers. The first international post then came from the Butchers Guild in Germany, who had their own butcher post. Since the butchers had to travel a lot for work anyway, they also decided to carry along mail with them. And so throughout the Middle Ages, many similar systems were established, and they were also able to carry personal letters between private persons for purposes outside official business. However, not that many people actually sent each other letters. First of all, the cost was high, and second of all, not that many people were literate anyway. However, this began to change in the late 15th century with Gutenberg's invention of the printing press. With this new printing press, books could be made faster and for cheaper, greatly making education more accessible and increasing the literacy rate of the public. And so, as more people were able to read and write, there was also a need for more postal systems, prompting private businesses to also start offering their own. However, as well developed as their systems were, more nation states were being established throughout Europe with strong central governments, meaning that it became increasingly difficult to maintain business across such a large expanse of area. And so postal services came to be under the control of the state. France had their Royal Postal Service, and London had their Master of the Posts. These services were intended for government affairs and were not for the public to use. However, since these systems were quite efficient, personal letters ended up being sent anyway. And so several years later, the government managed to establish a proper system dedicated to the public, with post offices in major cities, as well as fixed fees and timetables. But while their service quality did increase, this also meant that postal services in general grew into monopolies owned by the state. Any private service ended up being suppressed and later either bought out or just simply went out of business. A man named William Dockrell, however, was still able to make a successful business by innovating the postal system and providing a service that the government didn't. He established something called the penny post. And with this penny post, letters could be sent to any one of the hundreds of collection points available before they were sent to the main sorting offices and then making their way to the receivers. These letters were also paid for beforehand and stamped. So, in simpler terms, quicker and faster and easier mail. Locke's scheme was so successful that he actually ended up being prosecuted because his business was about to take over the government's. And so, unfortunately, his penny post was taken over by the government. A couple hundred years later, though, in 1873, Rowland Hill published his paper, Post Office Reform, Its Importance and Practicability. His publication was based on the previous penny post and asked for a reform of the current postal system. He suggested a cheaper and uniform rate of postage that was based on weight rather than distance, and he's also the one who created the postage stamp that we use today to indicate that mail was prepaid. These suggestions, although simple, were great and therefore earned the support of many. Mail was made more accessible to everyone, the and it was made easier for the post to manage all these sent mail. And so this became the basis of the postal system we use today. Our drive to communicate with one another and surpass the limits of distance have allowed us to reach where we are now. And even though we probably reached the highest level of convenience in terms of communication today, that doesn't mean that older methods are obsolete. In fact, they actually gain even more value because of the effort and creativity that comes along with it. So if you have any special feelings that you'd like to convey to someone, why not write them a letter and post it out? Before I end my speech today, I would like to make a promotion. Did you know that you can customize your own stamps with Post Malaysia? So if you want to make a letter more personal or, weird out your friends a bit, now you can. You can also make corporate stamps. We can make corporate Toastmaster stamps and send out formal invitations. Although that's obviously highly impractical and I'm just joking, but now that you know, have fun with it. Thank you for listening to my short lecture tonight, and now I can properly end my speech. Thank you, everyone. See you again soon, and best regards.
Thank you, Iman Sofea, for her speech about how the post system is developed. And we know our post office can do our personal stamp. Maybe UMTMC can do once. So let's let me share. Now it comes to our third speakers. Our third speaker, Sherru, who are doing a level 2 project, Effective Body Language. The speech is 5 to 7 minutes. 5 minutes will show the green light, 6 minutes will show the yellow lights, and 7 minutes will show the red lights. May I invite our evaluators, Jefri, to read out the project purpose statement?
Thank you, Koon Yeat. Good evening, everyone. The purpose of this project is for Sherru to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how she uses non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. Thank you. Back to you, Koon Yeat.
Thank you, Jefri. Now, Sherru, with her speech title First Year. First Year, Sherru, the stage is yours.
How many times can a first year university student repeat his or her first year? I'm pretty sure that nobody will ever want to repeat it for more than twice. But I had repeated it for 4 times. Did I repeat it again and again with the same thing? In 2020, that was my very first year. As I entered the University Malaya famous medical course relatively easily, I had a very high goal. I aimed to get into the dean list at the final semester. I mingled around with the outgoing friends, and I relied heavily on them to interact with my other batchmates. Months later, COVID-19 pandemic hit the world, but that was not the worst that hit my family, as I had a stroke a few months later. My study skills, along with my other abilities, disappeared, but all along with my obsession with my grades and marks. While receiving my treatment in 2021, I postponed my first year. But I tried my best to find out the skills to remember stuff and to comprehend things again. I tried out flashcards, visual memory, memory palace, and also a lot of other various techniques. I found joy in it, even though I might not even be able to resume my study. In 2022, I managed to regain my study skills. Hence, I self-study by utilizing the online resources during the MCO. I thought that I had gone through so much my first year syllabus when I resumed my courses in 2023. I will have no problem in completing my first year. Nevertheless, I eventually realized that my problem was not really about my study skills or my memory. It's about my confidence towards myself and also my fear towards the uncertainty. I was always worried that if I fail at any stage, I might need to repeat again, or the worst, I might need to exit the course and try out a new course. By the age of 30-year-old, I might not even be able to get a degree. Hence, I asked myself, do I really repeat the first year over and over again by doing the same thing? The answer is no. I learned a lot of other things too. So, in 2023 and 2024, that was my 4th time first year. I hope that I attempted to address my weaknesses, that is my confidence and my adaptability, by joining Toastmaster Club. I also volunteer myself to be the leader of a small group discussion and a leader in small clinical group to arrange the small group session with the patient, to learn to talk to the patient and also to learn to examine the patient. I will need to interact with the doctors to arrange things. Slowly and gradually, I regain my confidence and also I enhance my communication skills by leaps and bounds. But still, I had fears towards failing my OSCE, the practical assessment in my final exam. So this time, I tell myself, it's okay. That is just my goal. I enjoy my journey. I learned a lot through my journey. I was able to calm myself down and sit through my OSCE. Eventually, to my surprise, I got a dean list result in my final exam and passed my practical assessment. So, ladies and gentlemen, failure is not something that we should be afraid of. Not having the courage to attempt it again is something that we should be afraid of. How many times would you fail before giving up? You should ask yourself this. And how many times would you be willing to fail in order to succeed? Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Sherru, to share with us about her story, how he overcome his first academic difficulties. Now, may I have a poll for our speakers?
Yes. Okay, today we'll use Slido. So I will send the link in the group chat. Please go to slido.com and then vote for your best speaker. We have Rizmi talking about my internship journey. We have Iman Sofea talking about You've Got Mail. And Sherru presented first year. I hope you don't see the result. Did I hide it? Yes, I did. Okay, we have a tie. Oh, we have a tie among 3 winners. Okay, we need more votes. 6 more, please. 7. The vote. Okay, the poll will close in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks, everyone. We have a winner. Over to you, Puneet.
Thank you, Ming, for the poll. Now, thank you for all the speakers to have a wonderful speech to all of us. It's concluded for the prepared speech sessions. Now, it goes to for the evaluation sessions, which will take over by our Zhi Jun.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm Zhi Jun. I'm also the general evaluator for my own club meeting. Now, let's start our evaluation session. May I invite our first speaker's evaluator, Toastmaster Ikhtifar, Presentation Mastery Level 5, Dynamic Leadership Level 5, to provide evaluation to our first speaker, Toastmaster Rizmi.
All right. Thank you, Madam TE, for the kind introduction. Now, Rizmi, I know that it's not easy to give a speech while you were we were driving in a car or being in a car. I salute you for giving a very good effort because I know that some people, like me included, I would just FFK if I'm at that condition where I'm on a trip and everything. I would just like say, Alvin, bye-bye, Jejun, bye-bye. I'll deliver my speech next time. So good. It's a very good effort from your side for doing this. Just now we were talking about tongue and everything, right? So I will put some of the anatomical and food analogs into my evaluation. Now, your speech was nice. It was just like how a food would enter a digestive tract. And the speech was delivered fine. It was smoothly done. And also like a digestive tract, there are some vowels that need to be fine-tuned a bit more so that you can deliver a masterpiece next time. So I would like to give some tips. I will give 3 challenges to you. 3 points to you so that you can further improve your speech. Now, since that this is a speech about your internship, don't need to start with, hi, I'm Rizmi, I'm new in Toastmasters and all that. You just need to go straight to the point. You can start with a bang, like how the chicken from McD is spicy, and once you bite it, it was full of flavor. You can do that for your intro. You can say that, hi, I'm Rizmi. I'm currently doing an intern. I'm doing an intern for Maxis. Next. Also, like the noodle, the blood noodle from KK9, your speech was lacking a bit of spices. So what you need to do is, if I say you want to evaluate to a malatang and to make it juicy and spicy, share some of the things that you encountered in your message journey. Let's say, for example, I know that just now I was Googling online. There's this thing called the Unmatched Personalized Experience Day or Culture Day at Maxis. So maybe you can share one of the stories that you have in Maxis. Let's say, for example, when I did my internship in IMR, the thing that I didn't forget is I went somewhere in Kedah to catch mosquitoes. So like, if you have more of the stories, right, people will be more happy to join or to be interning in Maxis in the future. Next, and also last point, you can evaluate more of your speech by giving more of those, like those crunchy beats when you eat goreng pisang. So you can give those inner stories. Like say, for example, you had a bad day, or your friends or your colleagues or supervisor did something wow that make you enjoy your stay in Maxis. So right, these parts all right will come together and really make a juicy and wonderful tiramisu. All right. And finally, I would like to summarize everything with just applause, because I really respect you for not giving up, giving a speech. And I hope that you will get all my points and to make a masterpiece, like whatever, like for example, a very good, shit, I can't think, a very good pizza, a very good margarita pizza. Back to you, Zhi Jun.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ikhtifar. I like about how you acknowledge Toastmaster Rizmi's effort about not giving up even though he's traveling. He's still giving his effort to present his speech. And I like about your humorous presenting style about how you related the food, the goreng pisang or the burger those to the speech. And one thing is like, since you already list out like 3 points about improvement, if better that you can also list out like how many points about his speech. Next, I would like to invite our second evaluator, Toastmaster Ming Kang, Presentation Mastery Level 4, to provide his evaluation to our second speaker, Toastmaster Iman Sofea.
Hi, Iman. Are you there? So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is my evaluation report to our second speaker, Iman, with a speech title, Yet Got Mail. Iman, as a stamp collector enthusiast, presented us the history and the development of the postal service and stamp. I would like to give 3 points of good and 2 points of improvements for Iman's speech. First of all, the use of prop is excellent, slide and also the collection. Okay, I can't really see your collection because of the Zoom background. I'll give you a tip on that. If you put your collection in front of you, that would probably get seen by all of us. But that's a way I learned from the influencer who show like this. So everything is seen. The second thing is a very comfortable voice. I think that's a strong point of Iman. She's like a podcast announcer. When I listen to BBC Earth, BBC World Service, I'll listen to similar voice, just like Iman. Which has pros and cons. I would like to talk about the pros. Very comfortable, clarity, good. The cons is not much of a change when it comes to intonation and pause. With this, I'll give one example in terms of pausing. This is a tip for you that when you have a change in the sentence structures, you can put a bit of pause. So just now, I caught one phrase that you changed to a question. Think about it for a moment. Have you ever noticed how our personal service or our communications has become so innovative nowadays that you can see each other live in Zoom? So there's a pose you can put when you change from a question structure to a statement structures in your speech. Okay, one more is time management. Notice you conclude in red. Very nice. I think you are not over time within 7.5 minutes. Jen will confirm with that later on, but I feel like you are in time, which is good because informational speech can be very, very long and over time. I've got experience on that. So good job on time management. Now, to challenge you, I would like you to improve on your props, your slides. I know slides is meant to be as simple as possible, but I notice your slide is mostly pictures, which you convey most of the information through your speech. Sometimes it's quite hard for me to catch because I'm not a history person. I don't know most of the stuff and most of the names. It would be good if you can put the date, the period of time, 2400 BC in the slides. Perhaps a video on how the printing service is done, postal service is done before that. So that would be good. All in all, I hope you can take my challenge to improve on your next speech, and congratulations on completing your project. Thanks. Back to Zhi Jun.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ming. I like about how you provide the ways about how the speaker can challenge herself. How should she do to improve her speech to a higher level? And I realized that your evaluation is most likely about maybe the goods is like that, and then all the cons and challenges is like that, very long. And I feel like if it is possible, can evaluate more how she did well in. So like maybe don't like the good only like 10%, and then all the challenges and the improvements are all like 90%, something like that. It might discourage the speaker if provide too many cause or improvement. And next, I will invite our third evaluator, Toastmaster Mohammed Jefri, Leadership Development Level 2, to provide his evaluation to the third speaker, Toastmaster Sherru. Toastmaster Jefri.
Thank you, Zhi Jun, for your altruism in introducing me to the audience members as the evaluator for Sherru. Kudos to Sherru for completing a project level 2 effective body language. She managed to captivate her audience with her variety of hand gestures, as well as avoiding any monotonous voice during her speech. So without further ado, I would like to explain the 3 strengths as well as 2 points of improvement for her speech. First of all, I really like the fact that she started off her speech with a rhetorical question. Ladies and gentlemen, a rhetorical question means a question that does not need to be answered. In fact, I've not only counted 1, not 2, but 3 rhetorical questions to the audience. And this is a good way to keep their attention and keep them interested in listening to her story. On top of that, she also used her personal experience and sharing her personal story and vulnerabilities in her speech, which is very interesting for me because I enjoy listening to stories. And secondly, as I mentioned, she had very rich hand gestures. Both her hands were very active throughout the speech. You can see it was very descriptive. Whenever she described something, her hands are always moving, but of course, the movements were very purposeful. And last but not least, her third strength is the fact that she also added a take-home message, which was her final question to the audience members, where she mentioned how many times does it take for you to fail before you succeed. I believe that every speech should have a take-home message because it links back to her introduction and also is a lesson that all of us can take back after leaving this meeting. So in terms of points of improvement, firstly, I noticed that throughout her speech, I don't know if it was intentional or not, there was a gavel in the background. At first, I thought the gavel served a purpose to a story, but I guess it's probably a hiccup for her speech. So be mindful of that. Make sure that your background is either totally blue or just a plain background. And second of all, I noticed that throughout Sherru's speech, she was leaning to the side, and then she were giving speeches. I suggest that do be mindful of your camera positioning and where you are situated. Like example, how I'm doing now, I'm exactly dead in the middle of the camera because at times it was quite distracting because you were at the side and then there was a gavel. So my challenge for you is that keep giving speeches, take up more speaking opportunities at Toastmasters. I believe that you will help refine your communication as well as your public speaking skills and also enhance your confidence skills. And that is all from me. Thank you. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeffrey. I like about how you put your effort about making the background clear in order to tell the speaker that you should clear your background to let the audience see more about your hand gesture. And also, I like about your detail oriented in very observant in looking, except in terms of her speech. You also observe about her hand gesture and also the background. She did not change the background with the gavel one or something. Now, it's the end of the evaluation session, and now should we vote for the best evaluator?
Yes, let's go to the same link and vote. I will send again the link. So please vote for the best evaluator. We need at least 10 votes. That's about 80% of today's meeting counts. So make sure everyone votes. Otherwise, it's very hard to have a winner. Okay. You have 15 seconds for voting. Okay, 2 more and we will have a winner. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, interesting. Oh, yes, finally. Okay, we have a winner. Thank you. Back to Zhi Jun.
Thank you, Zoom Master Ming Kang. Now, I should introduce my tag teams. First, I would like to invite our English teacher, Grammarian, Toastmaster Chong Yu Ming, Effective Coaching Level 4, to provide his report.
Hi, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Thank you so much, General Evaluator, for the kind introduction. Just now, I'd like to share my report. I hope you don't mind. It will be here. So, as for the word of the day, altruism, I like begin my report as follows. The word of the day is being used by one and only member of this club, Jefri, which is only once. As for the good selection of words, phrases, idioms, or rhetorical devices, Toastmaster Iman Sofea has made a good phrase particularly on reach a high level of convenience in communication, describing about how we do things over here, which is Zoom or WhatsApp. As for Toastmaster T. Sherru, in the project speech, she have made a good phrase, which is also mentioned from her evaluator. How many times did you fail before you do succeed? As for Toastmaster Jeffrey, I like his phrase. I like his phrase of be mindful of camera positioning. I think we as evaluators, it would be nice to use this phrase, especially as it's quite concise and very useful as well. Now, as for speaking of pronunciation, I have not detect any mispronounced words. So well done to everyone here. As for grammatical errors, I have found one. So I overheard the phrase "open the camera." It's not wise to use that word because because you don't open it up. opening the whole camera up for inspection. So instead, I recommend we should use the word turn on the camera. As in you switch on, turn on, whichever prefer. As for the second one will be when you say someone's name who is clearly a singular noun, a singular person. So the word are is strong, is ill-wise. I will recommend you to use the person's name who is doing a level 1 speech. That's all from me for today, and to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ming. Now, let's invite our accountant, Toastmaster Joshua Lee, Presentation Mastery Level 4, to provide his accountant report.
Thank you to our General Evaluator, Zhi Jun. To our young men and young ladies, I shall now present to all of you the R-counter report. Some of you may get heart attack, some of you may not get heart attack. Here is the R-counter report for tonight's meeting, where the most number of pause fillers is around 50, and the least number of pause fillers is 0, which is accomplished by Ming, who got 0 pause fillers. So congratulations to Ming. In terms of the most used pause fillers, it's the word so. The word so is the most used pause filler, followed by and followed by repeated words, inappropriate interjections, as well as and, which is the least used. That is all for my accountant's report. And I will also, I use one pause fillers as well and in my speech. You may take a screenshot of this accountant's report for those of you who give a speech today. And my advice on all these R's and pause fillers is time and practice. It takes time, it takes practice for us to slowly reduce it to a minimal level. And I think in the future, our speeches would sound flawless. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, accountant, Toastmaster Joshua. Last, let's invite our timer, Toastmaster Jin Meng, Innovative Planning Level 1, to provide her timer report.
Let me share my screen first. Okay, so for today's meeting, I've only timed project speech, evaluation, and role players. So Rizmi, time allocated 5 to 7 minutes, time taken 6 minutes 42 seconds. Iman, Sofea, time allocated 5 to 7 minutes, time taken 8 minutes 10 seconds, overspent 40 seconds. Sherru, time allocated 5 to 7 minutes, time taken 6 minutes 3 seconds in time. Moving on to the project speech evaluation segment. Ikhtifar, time allocated 2 to 3 minutes, time taken 3 minutes 21 seconds. Ming, time allocated 2 to 3 minutes, time taken 3 minutes 31 seconds. Jefri, time allocated 2 to 3 minutes, time taken 3 minutes 8 seconds in time. And for the role players report, Ming, Grammarian, time allocated 2 to 3 minutes, time taken 2 minutes 29 seconds. R counter 1 to 2 minutes. Time taken for Joshua is 1 minute 42 seconds. And you may take a screenshot if you want. And for my time, I use 1 minute 30 seconds. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, timer Jin. Now is my general evaluator report. As a member of UN Toastmaster Club, I think I have a better view, can get a better view to evaluate my own club's meeting. In terms of the atmosphere and also the flow of the meeting, including the before and during the meeting. I like about the members, the engagement between other like at least like non the at least during the intermission session or something, like members are get engagement and not like just quiet like that. Because I got visit some class, like it will provide the guests like scary. You'll feel a bit scary or feel really awkward if the members just like, oh, now it's the intermission session, and then all close the camera and then did not have any chit-chatting or talking. I like about how the engagement shows our club is friendly or something. And the meeting starts on time. It's important, especially for the external guests who join a meeting, because like maybe if we are joining our own club, we are familiar with each other, so we did not care about the time, and then we just feel relaxing and then just chit chat, no neglect the time. But if at the view of the external Toastmaster or external guest, people are not familiar with us, and then people just like, maybe people just come have other things to do after the meeting, and then if we keep delaying, then people will feel like, wow, when want to end, or I want to sleep already, or I want to do my assignment already. It's important to keep the meeting on time. These are the goods about our club meeting. And improvement is, I realized that the VP did not send the meeting details. When I checked like why people not join, and I just see the role players like, oh, because like nobody sent the details, the poster and the agenda, just adding people. Maybe it's my fault also, did not checking about this. And a bit mess. The installation ceremony just now for me, I feel like it's a bit mess, especially when the VPN suddenly quit. We already try our best to call her and then keep reminding her. So I think I already tried my best in reminding. But sorry if like just now the installation ceremony make a mess. And I like about the speakers, they are well prepared before they want to present. Especially like I like about the effort, like even though like you are traveling and then you did not FFK, did not suddenly left out, and then you keep presenting your speech even though you are in traveling. I like about this effort. I already provide the evaluation for the 3 evaluators, so now I provide for others. Our Toastmaster of the evening, Koon Yeat. I like about your straightforward history introduction, the history about Toastmaster International and so UMTMC. And you summarize every speaker's speech to let others know that, oh, what is his or her talking about. Some improvement is, this is no matter your TME slide and also your talking. If you want to introduce speakers or the role players' full names, then all full names. Then if you want to introduce their preferred name like Toastmaster Jane, then all just short name. Don't like some full name and then some short names. Especially in the TME slide, I noticed got one is the role player side. The Grammarian are counter timer, and then GE. The first three Grammarian are counter timer, they have a full name, but until me, I saw like just Zhi Jun PM4. It feel like a bit mess or something for me. Just if you want to introduce the full name, then all full name. Then if you want short name, then all short name. Don't some like full name or some short name like that. For Grammarian, Ming, our 3 of our tactics, they provide a very detailed report, and I like about their effort. They prepare us use the Excel sheet and just mention about the speakers tools, and then the speakers details. For Toastmaster Chong Yumi, if you want to ensure the members, to remind the members to use the word of the day, because sometimes we might forget about the word of the day. So if possible, you may remind the audience in the chat box, like use the word of the day, what. And also I like about Toastmaster Joshua, he showed about the ways how to minimize the false fillers. When I see like a bit heart attack, when I see like, oh, even though got 50 also got, it's a bit heart attack, but I like about how at last how you show us about how to minimize the false fillers, to minimize the overall it's quite a great experience for me as one of the Toastmaster Club member to evaluate my own club meeting. And here's my report, and back I will pass the control back to our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Koon Yeat.
Thank you, Zhi Jun. Now, it's our time for our award ceremony. So, for the best project speakers, who will be the best project speakers? Do you want to guess it?
Jefri lah.
Me.
Okay, Koon Yeat lah.
Okay, let's us have a drum roll. 3, 2. Congratulations to Iman Sofea for the best speakers.
Wow, congrats. Iman, you're free for a group for a photo?
Yeah, hang on.
Okay.
Okay.
But take you a photo together with the TME Koon Yeat. Okay, Koon Yeat, you ready?
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1, smile. Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you. Now, we will go to our best evaluators. Who will be our best evaluators? Is that Ming? Is that Ikhtifar or Jefri?
I think it's Jin.
Oh. Let's have a drum roll. In 3, 2, 1. The best evaluator will goes to Jefri.
Wow, Jefri come back. Wow. Okay.
Come back.
Congrats. Now take a photo with Koon Yeat to win your certificate. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Also, thank you, Ming. Now, we have a general evaluation appreciations for our GE, who is Zhi Jun.
Okay, Zhi Jun, thanks for coming as a G. Let's take a photo with Koon Yeat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zhi Jun, for coming.
Very detailed report. Oh.
Thank you.
3, 2, 1, smile. Okay. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Ming. Now, I think it's all for our award ceremony. Now, I'll pass the stage back to our president for the closing address.
Okay. Before I end this meeting, I'll just announce something. Now is our membership renewal starting from now. you can approach to our vice president membership, Umi, for the renewal. The renewal fees for one term starting from October 2024 to March 2025 is 60 USD, 260 ringgit. If you wish to renew, our VPM, Umi Umairaj, will approach you all. Or if you want to renew, then you may